Terrible nightmare. I dreamt of an underwater city and the god of the deep.
Witcher, those noon wraiths keep us from working the fields.
Wow.
Not for free, I know. May that miser Hoffman part with some coin to end this problem.
I must hurry. See you.
Alvin admires you.
Witcher.
Wow.
Not for free, I know.
I must hurry.
Somehow I can't forget the maiden on the lakeside.
Handsome.
You followed the aroma of my fresh bread?
You could say that.
All my goods contain finest flour and a secret ingredient from a grateful nymph.
I need something.
How may I help? How may I help?
You know what witchers do?
Course. Witches are like sorcerers, but worse.
Worse.
Yeah, their balls are wilted.
I'll leave.
Got one in the family? Ooh, bad luck. How may I help?
Have any other secret ingredients?
Sadly, though I know one recipe I haven't been able to try.
What's that?
Can't say. I would need white honey, though I know not what that is. White honey! Incredible! I can now try my secret recipe.
Can I?
Take the doll and go before I change my mind. I should have kept the sugar doll.
You'll only bring trouble.
Monster slayers always find employment here.
Sir?
I made a deal with the Griggs.
I'm impressed.
They won't bother you while you wear this four-leaf clover.
Perhaps I can finish the bridge before the first snowfall. Your reward.
Explain my choices again?
A book about spectres and the King of the Hunt, 400 orens, or my son to fight alongside you whenever you cross the fields.
I could use your son's help.
He's brave, though not clever. He'll stay with you while you cross the fields.
Thank you.
No, impossible. Yes?
Come with me, boy. Bring your bow.
All right, sir. I mean, Geralt.
Sir?
Farewell.
How can I help?
Anything a witcher can do for you?
I do have a problem.
How can I help?
There's a druid's ring nearby with an ancient statue of the goddess. The place is saturated with the power and attracts dangerous entities.
Not surprising.
The Wild Hunt began haunting the ring recently. Its king hopes to lure the souls of the warriors laid in the kurgans by my hut.
I have dealt with the hunt. What would you like me to do?
Kill 9 phantoms, a hallowed number of the druids. Perhaps the appearance of a witcher will drive off the king of the hunt. As your reward, you may have a book on vampires, ownership of a hut, or a wreath of immortals.
I can do that.
Remember this. The king of the hunt is a powerful opponent, and no mortal, not even you, can hope to defeat him.
So how do I fight him?
Find mandrake root by the kurgans near my hut. The magic herb will keep the king of the hunt at bay. Merely light the candle that stands within the ring and sprinkle mandrake upon the flame.
Yeah, that sounds helpful.
How can I help?
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
What do you know about the Wild Hunt?
'Tis a group of crazed spectres who traverse the heavens searching for souls like themselves. They are susceptible to magic, especially of the ritual kind.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
What can the Wreath of Immortals do?
You might find it useful.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Who lies beneath the kurgans I saw before your hermitage?
Knights who died serving the lady over the ages. Gavanda defended her honour against the Black Skull Knight. Elavera perished at the foot of her altar fighting a water beast. Boar's tomb is symbolic, for the knight was lost on a holy mission. The last is for Renard, an ordinary innkeeper who stopped customers from pissing in the lake.
Do you take care of the kurgans?
Indeed. That is how I serve the lady. Her power is strong near the kurgans. At night, sometimes you can speak with the lady's champions. From them I draw wisdom and knowledge of past times.
Who lies beneath the kurgans I saw before your hermitage?
Knights who died serving the lady over the ages.
Who lies beneath the fifth mound?
The last stands empty, awaiting a new champion.
Thank you. Farewell.
How can I help?
Yes?
Come with me, boy. Bring your bow.
All right. I mean, Geralt.
How can I help?
I finished the job. The wild hunt is gone.
Splendid. I'm grateful. Which reward do you want?
Tell me again about the rewards.
The vampire book describes Alps, Braxae, Fledders and Garcanes. The hut will be your sanctuary and a place to store unneeded objects. Folk tales claim the wreath of immortelles can be useful in unusual ways.
The wreath of immortelles.
Handle it carefully and use it when the moment is right.
Thank you.
Please, also take this sack of holy salt. Carry it on you to fend off phantoms. It might prove useful.
bother me. Geralt of Rivia himself. You're renowned in the realm of the dead.
What is it, ghost?
Some warmth, understanding. Don't fret, I'm joking. I just haunt this place.
What's keeping you here?
I speak of dice, of course.
Is a game worth coming back for?
It's a passion, not a game. I know. Made lost fortunes playing poker, lost lost my life too in a stroke of bad luck. Huh?
Leave. Leave.
Yeah?
Listen, I have a problem with a noon wraith.
The famous White Wolf asks me for help?
No choice, unfortunately.
Willing to stain your snow-white armor of righteousness by talking to me.
Cut the crap. know how to deal with a noon wraith or not?
As a matter of fact, I do. But first, I want to hear you admit you think highly of yourself.
Have it your way.
Ladies and gentlemen, see the White Wolf tamed as he admits, in a tone colder than the north wind, that he thinks he's better.
What about the noon wraith?
The noon wraith needs to awaken. Right now, she's a mixture of the spirits of all the young women who died in the sun-drenched fields. Show her an object once dear to her. When I saw her, she did nothing but stare into a mirror. Pieces of that mirror lie scattered in the fields.
Thanks.
There's more. The noon wraith needs to understand she's dead, though she'll only listen to the dead. So, for instance, you could kill yourself. But there's another way. Some demons are sensitive to the arts. Try dancing, singing, reciting. As long as it's pretty, and you do it with talent. That's it.
I have the distinct feeling you're not telling me everything.
How perceptive. There is one more thing. Salamandra wants Alvin. I don't know why, but he's important to them. They sent me here to find him, but I have no intention to. I just want to earn some Arons and leave, for good.
So, you know nothing more about the attack on Kaer Morhen, about the stolen Witcher's formulae?
Not a thing.
Then I have just one request. Stay away from Alvin.
Yeah?
Farewell.
I'm bored. I know something you don't.
Like what?
The funny fishman has come back. Those evil fish people finished eating from the lady's altar. Disgusting!
The Vodyanoi priest has returned? I must speak with him.
Oak, Gulpul Talur.
I saw hostile Vodyanoi on the shore.
They be evil Dagon Albatol. Dislove lady's altar. I must had flee. Now they in water and I guard altar again.
I've taken Berengar's job. Tell me about this conflict.
We underwater live deep. We lady love, yet not all. Many Dagon love, lady leave. The humans kill. I plead your sword, Dagon, 'tis love. I give reward.
I see.
Big blood bovine in village, Dagon for her come. Dislove Dagon, I give reward. Something sword, something wonderful.
You want me to steal the cow and use it to bait Dagon?
Dislove big blood bovine on altar. Dagon come from deep.
I'm supposed to kill it on the altar.
Prefer human sacrifice. Uraralalur.
I'll think about it.
Yes?
I'm here about the notice.
Do you have the giant centipede armor?
Here.
Finally, I'll be able to progress with my work. Take this pouch for your toil.
Yes?
How many loaves was I supposed to buy?
5.
Mm-hmm.
We need food. Hurry.
Farewell.
Do promise me a sword like yours. I'll be boss.
My father's sword is bigger.
Sweet Della, my heart's mistress, accepteth thou this rutabaga? This is boring.
How may I help?
Beastie Beta?
Any work for a witcher?
A creature looking like a fish with legs appears by the lake. They say the crypt in the fields is home to a beast.
Any reward for these creatures?
Bring proof, and I'll be generous.
The scimitar from the crypt.
I've seen enough proof. You're 800 orens.
Farewell.
What can we do? Beastie Beta?
Farewell.
Monster Slayers always find
Yes?
I bought bread.
I'm pleased we didn't misplace our trust.
Here, 5 loaves.
I thank you. Moments like these make me think we can end this spiral of hatred and accept each other as we are.
Welcome, Geralt.
Forgive me. I don't remember your name.
For you do not know it, but I know you. By reputation.
I should warn you, Dandelion takes many liberties in his ballads.
I have confidence in my source. The mermaid, Shani.
Mermaid?
Yes. Why are you surprised?
What did Shani tell you?
That you prevented conflict between the Prince of Adleval and the inhabitants of the underwater city of Iz. Thanks to you and your friends, humans and the Vodianoi of Iz tolerate one another.
Encouraging. I hope all goes well here.
Shani mentioned your intelligence. I invite you to use it. Speak with the Vodianoi chaplain and the human named Julian.
Who are you?
They call me the Lady of the Lake.
Is that a talkative fisherman your servant?
Servant, no. Women on occasion need men. To secure food and protection, naturally.
I see.
Hosts of knights once defended my honor, but that was long ago. My poor, sickly Fisher King alone remains.
Milady, what happened to those hosts in shining armor?
I fought the legend of the Holy Grail. My bold knights, I know not why, determined to embark on a mission. They claimed it their destiny to find the Holy Grail. Alas, my powers cannot vanquish destiny. I failed at guiding the poor wretches onto the right path.
The Grail was never found?
Just so. Know you the legend of the Grail?
I lost my memory.
Speak with a hermit watching over the graves of those brave seekers. Though boring, he knows the Grail's legend perfectly.
I'll visit him.
If you return intent on a mission of paramount importance, believe me, I can be unpleasant.
Milady, they say I returned to life, but lost my memory. Can you help me?
I know you didn't return by chance. First, you must answer. Do you believe in destiny?
I am master of my own fate.
I trust that in uttering those words you understand their weight. Rejecting destiny renders you responsible for all your choices, good and bad.
So be it.
Strong in character, indeed. You will regain your identity. I honor your wish to forge your fate. Know that you bear both my blessing and my favor.
Thank you, milady. I have one more question.
Yes?
Milady, you look pensive.
Sometimes I see the future, Witcher. Destiny has entangled its threads round a Witcher. His path leads into a dark future, into sadness and pain. I wish to help him survive.
Who is it, milady?
You or Berengar. Speak with him, and may one of you take up Destiny's thread.
I'll speak to Berengar.
Yes?
Milady, can I do anything for you?
The peace of my land has been disturbed. The humans and the Vodianoi quarrel due to greed, fear, and misunderstanding.
I assume each side has an informal leader.
You assume correctly. You may speak to the Vodianoi priest near my statue. Julian represents the humans.
I'll tend to this.
Who is in the right?
It's not about who's right. I want them to reconcile.
Then you must slay Dagon. To do so, bring me objects symbolizing harmony from both communities.
I'll return soon.
You will find clues on the nature of these objects on the statue.
Let's talk.
I have your necklace.
Splendid. Now your reward. I'll grant you a book on the Vodyanoi, the Earth Rune, or I'll treat your wounds whenever you need.
Tell me about the rewards.
The book on Vodyanoi contains knowledge on any fish people you encounter. The Earth Rune enhances your sword. Choose me, and I will treat your wounds whenever you need.
I'd like to be your lifelong patient.
I knew you would choose so. Always, when you come to me, I shall tend to your wounds.
Thank you.
Take this token as a memento. The amulet will protect you from drowners. Let's talk.
Can you heal me?
Of course, as we agreed.
The Lady of the Lake wants to help resolve the conflict.
Lialul be what?
The Lady of the Lake wishes the Vodyanoi to live in peace with humans. Killing their favorite cow wouldn't help.
Ye dagon must is loved be.
I can take care of that too, but you'd have to give me something.
Big blood bovine better idea. Yet obedient must be for lady. Choose.
The gold bracelet.
Yeah?
Have you spoken with the Lady of the Lake?
Goddesses don't speak to mere mortals.
Spare me the sarcasm.
So what momentous news did the local goddess divulge? Just don't get all momentous on me.
She spoke about destiny.
Destiny doesn't interest me. But if you want to play hero, be my guest. I'll even help. See, I tricked you recently.
What?
Salamandra actually forced me to betray a few formulae, subjected me to some tests. I didn't even protest. They paid me well.
Why?
You know why. I wanted to marry, have children, friends, a normal life. The Witchers robbed me of that chance. This is nothing new to you. Humans hate me. When they see my eyes, they blanch in fear. And children. Tell me, what's the difference between your dear Camoran and a Salamandra lab?
I'm not here to tell you I'm any better than you.
Leave. The mere sight of you irks me. I'm beginning to doubt myself.
Farewell.
Yeah?
Farewell.
Maybe I should meet him.
Goodness. You'll only bring trouble.
Yes? I know exactly what you're thinking, gazing at me that way.
Mark my words, the elves will bring trouble.
I saw a rusalka by the lake, but was puzzled to see her bleeding from the mouth. I asked Witcher Berengar about her.
What did he say?
She proved to be a bruxa, in truth.
How do you know what a bruxa is?
My grandmother told me of vampires when I was young.
Tell me.
The bruxa is a vampire. A vampire almost as horrid as the Nosferatu. Quite attractive. Bruxae easily lead foolish boys astray. She has her way with them, then sucks their life away. Bruxae give you nightmares. Usually they remain silent, though they can scream terribly. Fortunately, they cannot stand garlic. Oh, they're rendered helpless when you cut off their heads.
Thanks. I'll be sure to smack any bruxa I meet with garlic and decapitate her right away.
I'm pleased to be of use.
Geralt?
I'm here about the notice.
I'll buy any basilisk hides you have. Reptile skin shoes are in fashion in Vizima, you know.
I have 3 hides.
Let me have a look. Undamaged? Excellent. Here's your reward.
I know how to send Alina's soul away.
Do what's necessary. Come back when it's all over. I don't feel like talking now.
Farewell.
Geralt?
An agreement with the Vodyanoi is possible.
Think so.
That is the will of the Lady of the Lake. Care to take issue?
No, Witcher. I'm no fool.
In that case, I'll need something that symbolizes your devotion to her and your desire to achieve peace with the Vodyanoi.
Of course. What shall I give you?
The alabaster figure depicting a young Vodyanoi capturing a water elemental.
Here it is. It would have fetched a fine price in Vizima, but peace is more important.
Why do you stay?
Geralt!
I asked you to hide if it turned dangerous.
I hear voices. From all those women who live here.
They're dead, Alvin.
So many fear me. When they think I can't hear, they call me the Devil's Child.
Those people, they're just afraid of what they don't understand.
I want them to like me. I don't want them to die. What should I do?
Your visions are a gift, not a curse. It's up to you to use them for good.
I'll remember that.
How can I help?
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Who is the Lady of the Lake?
I know her to be a goddess. At times I see her dressed in white, traversing the fields through morning fog, her bare feet stepping lightly over the dewy grass.
Do you like her?
I love her. I believe the lady is not of this world. Mysteriously, she affects the entire area, safeguarding its people and granting them abundance. Yet her influence is subtle, and she never imposes her power.
Intriguing.
How can I help?
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
I heard you're an expert on the legend of the Holy Grail.
You seek the Holy Grail?
I might. Let's talk first.
Know that the legend of the Holy Grail has been studied for centuries. It's been interpreted in myriad ways.
You must know an abridged version. Say, 3 theories?
There are hundreds. But all right, 3. The classic theory, of which I myself am a proponent. The conspiracy theory. And finally, one of the most mysterious. The philosophical or mystical. Which one first?
Tell me the classic theory.
Good choice. The Grail is a cup, a powerful magical object, whose meaning cannot be fathomed by even the most powerful sorcerers. This chalice possesses the power to heal all diseases, poisonings, and wounds, and pain will turn into power. One theory also states that in the hands of a rightful ruler, it can heal entire lands and protect their inhabitants from danger, creatures of the dark, natural disasters, and so forth.
Sounds like Dandelion's ballads, only without a love story.
All who drink from this miraculous cup are healed, fortified, and enlightened to understand the truth.
Let's move on to the conspiracy theory. That one sounds interesting.
This was popularized by Bronze Dan and begins with a convoluted theory about the derivation of the word Grail. A few tortuous pages in, we learn the Holy Grail is actually Sangreal, which in the Elder tongue denotes royal hallowed blood. Bronze Dan concludes that the Grail is actually the descendants of the prophet Lebioda.
Go on.
These descendants, talented in the ways of magic, were protected by a secret organization before they ultimately mixed their own blood with that of En Seid, the knowledgeable one. The theory goes on to present the tempestuous and twisted fate of Sangreal, but the author gets lost in his arguments, often contradicts himself. Generally, it turns into an unholy mess.
Enough genealogy and genetics. I sense that's a false trail.
Which theory should I present next?
Tell me the classic theory.
Good choice. This chalice possesses the power to heal all diseases, poisonings, and wounds.
Sounds like Dandelion's ballads, only without a love story.
All who drink from this miraculous cup are healed.
Go on.
Knights have been seeking the Grail for ages, yet none succeeded. Both the noble Lancel and the bold Boars failed. I heard even the Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose has shown interest.
Any specific instructions associated with this theory?
Unfortunately, I know only what I garnered from my books.
The philosophical, mystical one.
The most esoteric. The Grail is a concept, a general understanding of good. The search for the Grail is nothing beyond an ordinary quest for perfection.
Interesting.
The Grail has no specific form or shape. It differs for each individual. It can be an object, an idea, a discovery. It can also be a search for the truth about oneself. This theory claims the quest for the Grail to be the goal in itself. The result is of secondary importance.
What are you suggesting?
I serve the lady and am more insightful than you think. I know you return to the world of the living from death, presumably in search of something, but that is none of my concern. Just remember one thing.
What?
At the end of your journey, the Grail may prove to be entirely different from what you initially expected it to be.
Thank you. Farewell.
How can I help?
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Why does the Lady of the Lake seem skeptical about the search for the Holy Grail?
Many fine knights set out seeking the Grail, abandoning their roles as guardians of peace and justice under the guidance of the Fisher King and the Lady of the Lake. Now the Fisher King is mute and the knight's gone. I think the lady must be very lonely.
But she's a goddess.
You know not how lonely a goddess. Do you think goddesses cannot be lonely? The gods ultimately created us in their own image.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
I heard you're an expert on the legend of the Holy Grail.
You seek the Holy Grail?
I might. Let's talk first.
Know that the legend of the Holy Grail has been studied for centuries.
You must know an abridged version.
There are hundreds.
The conspiracy theory sounds interesting.
This was popularized by Bronze Dan. Bronze Dan concludes that the Grail is actually the descendants of the prophet Lebioda.
Enough of this conspiracy talk. Tell me the classic theory.
Good choice. This chalice possesses the power to heal all diseases.
Sounds like Dandelion's ballads.
All who drink from this miraculous cup are healed.
Go on.
Knights have been seeking the Grail for ages.
Any specific instructions associated with this theory?
Unfortunately, I know only what I garnered from my books.
Thank you. Farewell.
It was an accident. I had no wish to kill, but my anger bested me. All I wanted was love. She had only disdain for him, scorning his feelings. I never would have done so. I fear the night. I always have. Woe is me. What wrong did I in wishing to be with my beloved? Surely he would have grown to love me.
What do you want?
Did you post this notice?
About the Devourer's teeth? I need 10 for a love potion.
Here they are.
Thank you.
Can I help you?
How can I help?
Any interesting news?
The mayor's daughters, Alina and Selina, are dead.
Anything else?
How can I help?
One thing.
Yes?
Yes?
Can you reassemble a shattered mirror?
For 100 orens.
Deal. Take the pieces. I'll pay you when you're done.
Master Witcher?
I have the glimmering dust.
Finally! I'll make my husband an amulet to repel the succubus. The herb manual as agreed.
Farewell.
bring trouble.
I work too hard.
I could drink.
Yes?
Is my mirror ready?
Like new. Now, 100 orens?
Here.
Follow the Noon Wraith. Come with me.
Alina, gaze in the mirror.
Alina?
Take a good look.
It's...
So romantic.
I am Alina. I must hurry. I am to marry soon.
Alina, you're dead.
Why do you say so? I feel wonderful, if a trifle cold.
Strange. It's hot as hell.
I must gather raspberries for my beloved.
Why did Alina's soul refuse to leave? I can sense her happiness now that she's thinking about her wedding. She doesn't know she's a ghost.
Maybe Nehelenia's mirror is not enough to break the curse.
I heard a story of a Noon Wraith who wouldn't wed a Nilfgaardian, but I don't remember how it ended.
A legend, you say? Maybe I should ask those who know folk wisdom. I promised Julian I'd free his beloved.
Geralt, do you love someone?
Me? I don't know.
That's sad. You should fall in love.
I must gather raspberries.
Geralt?
Dandelion, I need to figure out how to help Alina's ghost pass on.
By some stroke of chance, Alina acquired a Nehalenya's mirror, a rare and powerful device used by prophets and oracles. It could foretell the future accurately, though sometimes confusingly. Alina consulted her mirror often.
The mirror didn't help. Alina is still floating around the fields.
Maybe it lost its power.
No, Alina knows who she is, but she refuses to accept her death. How can I persuade her?
What if she could see her sister?
One problem. As a night wraith, Selena only appears after dark.
Selena. That stormy hair we all know, a hand raised to her lips. It's Alina. Alina. Her fingertips. Something's not right there.
Selena sounds better. Never mind, concentrate. You can compose a ballad later.
Sometimes at night, Adam listens close. 'Tis Selena's ghost. Lovely, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, lovely. I was thinking, people say art and magic are kin, right? So why don't we try poetry to keep Alina around until her sister arrives at dusk? I need you to write a poem.
So, what should I write about?
Death, Dandelion. Alina is dead, and her spirit roams the fields in daytime. Somehow we have to get her to understand that she's no longer among the living.
Not your everyday commission, but I'm a professional. Any instructions?
Don't provoke her, and no jokes. She's dangerous.
I'll need time.
You have until sunset. Meet in the fields before dusk.
May I help you?
Got any rooms?
5 orens.
sun rocks the earth, grain falls from the stalk. Come away with me, wanderer. Come away with the moon wraith. The sun rocks the earth, grain falls from the stalk.
Geralt?
How's the poem?
Could we do this tomorrow?
Too late. You'll have to improvise.
Master Dandelion, you're to play at my wedding.
Milady, Geralt and I have devised a short poem for 2 voices. Care to listen?
What?
Proceed.
His lips sealed, his eyes blank, his breast stone cold, his heart has ceased. Still in this world, yet no longer apart. Who is this man?
The deceased.
New life comes as hope springs true. His soul shines by memory embraced. The dead returns to the land of his youth to seek his beloved's face. His breast heaves, yet cold it remains. His lips move, his eyes engrossed. Returned to the world, but detained by death. Who is this man?
A ghost.
Stop! Stop! Selena killed me. My soul shall know no peace until I am avenged. Alina, it's me, Selena. As you can see, you have been avenged. Selena, don't blame yourself. I know you never intended to kill me. I'm filled with regret. 'Tis justice. I am damned to wander the fields at night till the end of time.
Perhaps. But if we were able to lift one curse, I see no reason why we shouldn't.
Will you help, Witcher?
I'll try. Why did I save Abigail? Were her honor or virtue threatened? No. Because the law was being broken? No. Did I choose the lesser evil? No. The Reverend and his flock made a choice. I'm a Witcher. I neither judge nor punish. I solve human problems. Not always using a sword.
The sun rocks the earth.
Geralt?
Dandelion, care to explain why?
Well done, Geralt. I would have warned you, but I had to rely on a sudden inspiration.
Spare me your inspirations in the future.
Stop sulking. It worked, didn't it? Gave me an idea. I'll develop that theme into an epic work about folk customs.
Curious.
Wanderer, driven on by the wind as I am, why do you disturb me?
I'd like to help.
So one exists who is not indifferent to my fate. What is this? A wreath of immortelles? Crown me, white-haired one! Free me!
Go in peace, Selena. You have suffered enough.
Wanderer, driven on by the wind as I am.
I'd like to help.
So one exists who is not indifferent to my fate.
Go in peace, Selena. You have suffered enough.
You fight like a lass. Your mother fighting or watching?
No challenge?
Geralt?
I did what I could for Alina.
How did it happen?
Alina's soul found peace. Selena, well, there was no way I could help her.
Thank you, Geralt. I'm devastated. I was a happy man just a few days ago. Now, I don't know. I may go back to Kovir.
I'd like to get a letter to Vizima. Thanks. Take care.
Yes?
Milady, do you approve?
You sent a troubled soul into the beyond. You revealed Alina to herself with a song.
True.
Yes?
Berengar has no interest in destiny.
Clearly my vision pertained to you, Geralt.
If you say so.
When the time comes, I shall aid you with a gift. Yes?
Milady, I have had a revelation and wish to embark on a mission.
Geralt, I'm warning you.
The hermit helped me come to an understanding.
Tell me.
Soon I will depart. I don't know if I'll find my Grail, but I must.
I shall not keep you.
I do understand your sorrow, your solitude. If I can do anything.
Cease treating me like a goddess. I have enough worshippers. I lack one who sees me as other than the object of a cult.
Milady, simple folk, they don't understand.
I judge them not. But let's return to your desire to help. Begin by paying me a compliment.
I'm no good at this. Milady, your wisdom is inferior only to your goodness.
Enough. I choose not to believe you don't find me attractive. Rather, I blame your famous scruples.
Milady, your eyes are like stars glimmering in the night sky.
Distant and cold. Weak, Witcher.
Your ass puts others to shame.
None has ever paid me such a compliment. My brave knights only praise my soul, though I knew where their eyes fixated. Regardless, Geralt, must I tell you my desire, or can you divine it? Yes?
Why the Fisher King?
Shinaz called you clever. Yet your voice betrays that tone so typical of males who think they may treat their lovers as property.
Milady,
You think yourself the only, the best, the biggest.
Milady.
Males are all alike.
I'm sorry. I'll be going.
You're too old to take offense. Not everyone can master the bedroom.
I'm going.
I jest. It wasn't that bad. Now we are even.
Milady, are these what you wanted?
Indeed. Here, pour a drop of my blood onto the altar. Challenge Dagon to a duel.
So be it.
Yes?
I killed Dagon.
In gratitude, I will part the curtain of mists, allowing you to recall something of your past abilities.
Thank you, milady.
Use my gift wisely.
Milady, it seems I am needed in Murky Waters.
Destiny has brought you here. We must speak.
Naturally.
I am a goddess. You are the sword of destiny. Death has followed you for years.
Perhaps.
Accept this gift from the Lady of the Lake. It will help you fulfill your destiny.
What gift is that?
Kneel, Geralt of Rivia, White Wolf. You traveled a long path fraught with danger. You demonstrated courage and goodness. By divine power, I hereby knight you. Face your enemies without fear. Safeguard the helpless. Never lie, even if it means your death. That is your oath. Arise a knight. Destiny will give you no rest. A long road lies ahead. I see death and blood. I see frosty chaos. Take this sword as a sign of my favor. Once the blade of a great warrior, it lay in the depths for ages, awaiting your arrival.
Milady.
Shh, Witcher. It matters not if you believe in destiny. With the blade I present you, you will complete your mission.
Thank you, milady.
Go, White Wolf, and do what must be done. May you fulfill your destiny.
Berengar?
I betrayed Keir Moran's location to the Salamandra leader. Then I helped them with their research. I was hunting the beast in the outskirts of Vizima when they captured me. I escaped and ran into Kalkstein, accepting his offer to open the tower in the swamp. That's when they nabbed me again. They weren't as nice the second time around. Finding Alvin, bringing him to them was the only way I could save my skin.
Why are you telling me this?
I wanted to tell you to your face. See that famous icy glare of yours?
I don't intend to judge you.
Does that mean you understand? You don't condemn me?
can't condone your choices, but I guess I understand.
Meaning?
Do what you think is right. I'm not your nanny.
Take this. We'll meet again, White Wolf. I have a job I need to finish. Come with me if you like.
Geralt of Rivia! I've oft heard of your death.
Forgive me, but I don't think I've ever heard of yours.
White Railer. What brings you here, Witcher?
Slaying monsters. Nothing unusual.
Have you seen a unit of elves in the area?
No units.
Watch what you say. You're hardly untouchable. If I discover you working with the Scoia'tael...
Threatening me?
No. Merely helping you to avoid a serious error whose consequences might prove too dire for you to handle.
You watch your step too. I'm not some emaciated elf. I can defend myself.
I don't doubt it. Know that Vizima is burning. Non-humans have turned it into a war zone. Those poor starving elves are murdering humans by the dozen. My orders are to halt the unit to Ruvialep-Shahil commands, and I won't have you getting in my way. They're cowering in the village and have taken hostages. We'll attack soon.
I'll talk to the elves. Maybe they'll listen to reason.
Siegfried vouched for you, so I'll give you a chance. Your intervention at the bank prevented the Scoia'tael from gaining gold to buy arms and provisions. Though weak, I doubt they'll heed you. But you never know. Promise them a fair trial if they lay down their arms.
I'll try to persuade them. Wait until I return.
You have my word. Yes?
I thought the order only accepted the devout.
I'm a mercenary, not a monk. I work for anyone willing to pay for non-human heads.
Even other non-humans?
You have to draw the line somewhere. During the war, my unit provided cover for retreating civilians. The Scoia'tael were the vanguard of the Nilfgaardian army.
I think I know how this ends.
Do you? They slaughtered my whole unit. Merciful, given what they did to me. Ever been tortured, Witcher?
War is cruel. It warps us all, not just elves.
Pacifist crap. dogs!
Baptized by fire, Vizima will arise purified.
An order's an order.
The only good elf is a dead elf. The eternal fire.
Eternal
guide
fire,
my
fill
fighting
my
arm.
heart.
The order is always victorious. The only good elf.
I wouldn't mind an ale.
The order is always victorious. The only good elf is a
What's
dead
this?
As White Rayla's adjutant, I would like a word with you, Witcher.
I spoke to Rayla. Heard enough for today.
Rayla is an excellent officer and truly detests non-humans. Perfect to lead this mission.
But let me guess. Though she's a mercenary, she has her honor and keeps her word. Yet she's prepared to avert a massacre of civilians, even if that means the elves will escape.
We foiled the robbery at Vivaldi's bank, and the Scoia'tael are weakened. We can afford the best mercenaries, yet we cannot trust Rayla as we trust you.
Looking to recruit me? Am I to stand with Rayla and kill the elves before they murder the hostages? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't just walk.
I'll put it in your terms. Monsters infest the village, hunt its inhabitants. They are destitute and hungry, and all the more dangerous for that. Stand with Rayla, Witcher, with the Order, against these monsters.
Why would I do that? For some of Vivaldi's gold?
No, to support a just cause and prevent a massacre like that in the outskirts, and to save your friends from ravenous beasts. We foiled the robbery at Vivaldi's bank, and the Scoia'tael are weakened.
Geralt?
Dandelion.
Teruviel's elves have taken hostages in the village. What do we do?
I spoke with Rayla. She's leading the Knights of the Order.
Geralt. Alvin's one of the hostages.
I know. I'll try negotiating with them.
All right. I'll keep a lookout behind the village mayor's house. When you're ready, come tell me what to do.
I need to talk to White Rayla and Teruviel. Somehow I doubt this will be easy.
You'll manage. See you. Geralt?
Wait here. I'll try talking to Alvin.
I'm ready to fight. Idleness time.